Always excited to get more Darth Vader canon comics, and what's even better is that it's expanding in the best way possible. Especially this 2020 version, which did not start slow. It started with a bang. Darth Vader going for Naboo and Padme's tomb, to now hunting down the secrets of Emperor Palpatine and determined to arrive to Exegol. Well, StarWars.com was gracious enough to send us a 5-page preview of the next issue, number 10, coming next week on Wednesday. So you can expect the full comic on Wednesday. Stay tuned on the Star Wars Comics channel. To not miss it, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications because we are going to cover the entire comic, and boy, what a crazy ride it is. So let's start with this 5-page preview, but before that, if by any chance you missed what happened in number 9, let's quickly review the final pages of that issue. So Darth Vader finally, after getting the Sith Wayfinder from the eye of Webbish Bog, he not only recovered his lightsaber from Ochia Bestoon, but kidnapped him basically as well, and got him to decode the Sith Wayfinder, extracting the final location of Sidious's planet, and that is Exegol. The Rise of Skywalker showed us what Darth Vader can expect to find there, but that is decades ahead. What Vader might find now is something premature to that version, and that's what I'm mostly excited about. So Darth Vader literally kidnaps Ochia Bestoon, puts him in a capsule that he attaches to his own Jedi starfighter that he had left on Mustafar decades ago as Anakin Skywalker. Right as they're about to enter Exegol space though, they are confronted by a humongous space being, a space octopus to put it mildly. We don't have an official name just yet for this creature, but you can imagine that Star Wars by now has been treating space like the ocean. We have gotten space octopuses, space whales, and everything in between, so I'm sure we'll get the official name for this creature in the full release, but for now, the first issue calls this area Red Space, and the humongous monster is looking at Darth Vader intently, waiting for his next move. Ochia is pleading with Vader to not go through with this. Even for him, this is too much, but Darth Vader was determined. This was the only path to Exegol, the only way to find the Emperor's secret. Again, the assassin pleaded with Vader. He told him to just go around. It's called a detour. But at that moment, in the comlinks, a familiar voice spoke to Darth Vader and to Ochia Bestoon, telling him that sadly, that detour is no longer an option, as 3 Star Destroyers now are decimating Darth Vader with laser fire. Now Darth Vader abandoned the hyperspace vehicle and started avoiding fire with his own small ship, and we realize that in the bridge of the main Star Destroyer is the Umbaran, Sly Moore, who had served Palpatine throughout all these years together with Mas Amedda, right by his side. At this moment, Sly Moore spoke to Darth Vader, telling him that as always, he has her respect, but the Emperor has sent me to complete Ochi's mission. That is, of course, to kill Darth Vader, and given the presence of Admiral Korlek and his 3 Star Destroyers, I'm afraid, Sly Moore said, your time is up. But to Darth Vader, this was far from the truth. Ochi has failed in killing him, and the Umbaran will too. As he zips around with his fighter, we all know that Darth Vader, similar to Anakin Skywalker, was one of the most skilled pilots to have ever flown for the Republic and now for the Empire. The comic goes on to show the might of this Star Destroyer, the gigantic nature of it, with the teeny tiny ship of Darth Vader and him ruthlessly attacking the bridge of the main Star Destroyer. But the Admiral was very confident. He told Sly Moore that Vader is quick, but his blasts will never pierce our shields, and our cannons will catch him in due time. They were just recharging. But Sly Moore did not want to wait. In fact, she told him exactly that. She told him to not wait for the cannon, and when the Admiral was befuddled, Sly Moore had a very simple response and a simple tactic. She told Darth Vader that he has always relied on brute force. That's his nature as a Sith. But she wonders how that strategy will serve him when he faces a much bigger brute than himself. And it is at that moment that Sly Moore released numerous TIE fighters to go after Darth Vader to kill him once and for all. If Darth Vader was a simple brute, then Sly Moore was going to be the biggest brute Vader had ever seen. She was essentially fighting fire with another fire. And this is the time when Darth Vader was just overwhelmed with blaster fire. He had nowhere to go, and the blasts were starting to hit him, much to the panic of Ochia Bestoon, who was just trapped in there. The TIE fighters started whipping past Darth Vader as Ochia Bestoon now started to plead with Vader again. This will only lead to death, Ochia Bestoon said, but much to the surprise of everybody, for once, Darth Vader agreed with Ochia Bestoon, the Sith assassin, as with a quick maneuver, Darth Vader just decimated almost all the TIE fighters with one swift stroke. It seems that yet again somebody has underestimated the intelligence, the power, and the tactics of the almighty Darth Vader. You see, just the simple comment of Sly Moore telling Darth Vader that he is just a simple brute shows how the Imperials underestimated Darth Vader all the time. They saw him as just the muscle and not the mind. All brawn but no brain. Well, that's the first mistake that Sly Moore will make in this assassination attempt of Darth Vader, which I'm sure she will live to regret. So with the decimation of all these TIE fighters, this was page number 5, and the preview ends right here. And rest assured, because the full comic will pick up right after this. So Darth Vader has 2 monsters to contend with. Not only Sly Moore and 3 Star Destroyers, but then he has the giant space octopus waiting right smack dab in the middle of red space, as this comic calls it. So by my estimation, issue number 10 will go on telling how Darth Vader will escape both of these monsters and eventually land on Exegol. I think the finale of the comic will be him landing and him being in awe of what he finds on Exegol. This is the perfect cliffhanger to end things on and tease us for issue number 11 coming in a month, coming by the end of February. So that's going to be interesting to see. But guys, let me know, what do you think about Darth Vader's tactics and how will he defeat not only Sly Moore, but the giant octopus as well? Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you can have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you until then.